Hi, it's Jane Slacksmith here. So you've possibly found the property, you have submitted back all your bank statements and your updated pay slips, the contract of sale, everything's been submitted and you're good to go. The bank's given you formal approval, you signed on the dotted line. You've got 6 weeks to relax, or so you think. Now, if you've done my Your Property Success courses, you know the period between signing to settlement is actually one where you really have to get very active. So you're going to have to take your mind out of looking at properties every weekend to getting everything set up. Now, the bank's going to send you some documents that is the contract with them that they want you to sign. You need to sign those and get those back really quickly because there is usually a time limit on returning those. You're going to have to also get your insurance organised. Now, the bank's going to want you to insure the property with them named as mortgagor for that property in case something happens to the property in the future. And they'll usually tell you how much they want the building insured for. You need to get that organised. Some people leave that to the last couple of days because they don't want to pay an extra amount. In my mind, I usually organise it up front so that I know that it's covered. If something goes wrong, in theory, there should be the owner and myself who have got some insurance over that property. Now, the other thing that you need to look at is actually start appointing maybe your rental agent. So you could actually start having your property shown, especially if you put that in as one of your terms or conditions in your letter of offer. I know I've done that many of time in my letter of offer where I've actually gone through and said I want to have access to the property to show tradespeople through to get quotes for renovations, but also to be able to show renters, potential renters through maybe the weekend or the weekend, 2 weekends before I actually take possession. I then organise my renovation. Now, if you're doing a renovation, you need to really get onto this. I once did a 10-day renovation, but it took the whole 6 weeks to organise prior to till I took ownership of the property. There's a lot of planning to be done, and especially if you're looking at doing bathrooms and kitchens, you need to coordinate a lot of people. Now, you may have appointed a project manager and they're going to do that for you, but they're going to have to get access to get people in to quote, to get things ordered as well. So just be prepared to do that. The period between signing and settlement is actually a period that you can't really be lax on. Make sure you get your insurance organised, make sure you get your loan documents back, make sure your solicitor has everything you need, make sure you have cash available to give your solicitor at time at settlement, and make sure that if you're organising a renovation that you potentially have had all the quotes done and ready to do it, but you've also got your people through, so you've got the property ready to rent when you're ready to rent it. Now, looking at agents, you need to have a look at the rental agents going to manage your property for you as well. Whilst you've been wandering around looking at houses to buy, you should have also been looking every now and then at properties that we're renting and looking how the agent conducts themselves. Are they showing the best benefits of the property, or are they sitting there doing Facebook and chatting to their friends? So, you can start your assessment of potential rental agents for you then. Rental agents usually vary between 5 and 8% of their rent amount. They usually charge for the marketing material when getting their information out and marketing to either the internet or in the paper for people to come and rent the property. And they usually charge maybe 1 or 2 weeks letting fee, which is obviously negotiable, for them actually putting someone in place. I think it's really, really great to have a rental agent assess people, even if you plan to manage the property in the future yourself, just because they have the resources and the capabilities to do checks to see, to check out the people. And they're doing this every day, so they're aware of what works for a good renter and what doesn't. Anyhow, when you have signed on the dotted line and you're ready to pop the champagne, just know that you probably have 6 weeks of a lot of work to do to get yourself ready to take ownership of that property on settlement day. Now, if it's your home, obviously you're going to have to start moving plans as well. So I know it's an exciting period of time, but just don't drop the ball now because there's a lot to be done.